Hello everyone, today we are going to talk about SAP B1 Starter Pack. We are going to cover features, reporting, and SAP B1 Starter Pack latest feature. Myself Sahil Gautam, I am business analyst in Unicorps. So the following points we are going to cover today in the demonstration. First is the dashboard. So what are the dashboard which are available with the Starter Pack SAP B1? Then we will also talk about the masters, business process, finance, and reporting, as well as a few quick feature like web client. So let's jump to the product. So this is SAP B1 Starter Pack. You can see here, and these all are the dashboard which is available with the SAP B1 Starter Pack HANA version. So you can see here, these all are the dashboard like aging receivable overdues, aging of payable overdues, top 5 customer, and so on. These dashboard are also available in terms of interactive dashboard. So which mean, for example, you can see total open AR invoices here. If I click here, it will simply open all those 6 AR invoice which are open and payment need to be received. This is one thing about the dashboard. Second thing is that you can also design your dashboard as per your requirement. So SCP B1 provide you the pervasive analytic tool through which you can design these dashboard very easily. So through this tool, you can simply design the dashboard. There is an option to create a new dashboard. Option is there through which you can simply design the dashboard. This is one thing about the dashboard. Second thing is one more quick feature I would like to explain here, that enterprise search. So it's simply like a Google search. So for example, if you would like to search anything on the Google, you can type it and system will give you the relevant information over the browser of Google. In a similar fashion, for example, you would like to search in about your businesses or about any product in ACP B1, you can simply type here in this section. I'll show you live. For example, I will type FG here, and anything, any word contain FG, it will be populated in the search result area. So this is very quick feature, but very important feature. So you can see here, 8 item master contain the FG word. So you can see here, this is my FG item, or you can see my item master. So this will be a very useful feature when you run or do you do daily to daily activities. Now, second thing I would like to talk about in the SAP B1 is the masters. So first master is the item master. A system is completely integrated. If I click here, I will simply jump to the my item master screen. So this will be my product master. I will not give that much time to this screen, but to cover all these things, you need to understand that for each and every transaction, master will be very important. So you can see here, I have defined the item code, the name, the grouping, and so on. And you can also see the system is also taking care about the GST information. You can define, or you can align the HSN in the system. Other important thing is, you can see the inventory tab is there, where you can set the valuation method like moving average, standard, and FIFO, as well as you can set the minimum and the maximum inventory in the system. So whenever your inventory touch the minimum option or minimum point, system will give you the alert. Now the second important master is my customer and the vendor through which I do the transaction. So that comes under the business partner area. If I click here, and I'll open one master here. I'll search, for example, this one, or I'll take something else which we have balance also. Yes. So this one here, you can see this is my customer. It's a retailer. Unique code is already defined here, and on the right side you can see the balances also. So quick things. Name is coming here. You can define the grouping as per your business requirement. In case you are into import or export, so you can also define the currencies. And when we are dealing with those customer or vendor where the currencies is defined in different currencies like US dollar, the system will behave accordingly and do the transaction based on the import or export nature. Then there are basic information you can see here. You can maintain the contact person. A very important thing that you can maintain the multiple addresses and multiple GSTN number. So that will also avoid the duplicacy of the masters. So rest of the things are very easy to create in business partner. You can also create a new field as per your requirement in the system. SAP provide a user defined field functionality through which you can create the new fields. Also you can see here account balance is coming here. So finance is also a very important part and which is integrated throughout the system. So if I click here, you can see the transaction which I'm doing with this business partner is coming into this screen. So that will help my finance user to check the balances and reconcile the balances very easily. Now let's talk about some business transactions. All the modules are there. On the left side you can see administration, finance, opportunity, sales and purchase. So I'll take one trading scenario where I will got the purchase order from my customer, and against that I will book the sales order in my system and do rest of the transaction. So for that, I click on the sales module and I create the sales order in my system. So I have already created my sales order in this screen. You can see here that I have selected customer at the upper side of the screen and the relevant product against which I got the order. So again, few quick things in this screen is that price will come through the price list. So in case you are maintaining the price list, system will give you the correct price while booking the order. Then tax code is already mapped in my system. So as per the HSN and the tax rate slab, system will pick my tax code also. Now, based on that, I'm taking make to order scenario. So based on that, I will book my purchase order. And in the next step, I will open one more feature of SAP B1, which is relationship map, through which I will explain you the flow of complete transaction. So you can see in this data flow diagram, as I open the relationship map on my sales order screen, so it's coming in different color. The rest of the screen is showing in the same blue color. Now, if I click on purchase order, so what I have done against the sales order, I have booked purchase order against this vendor. So both the things are interconnected as I'm doing, or I'm booking my purchase order based on my sales order, which I got from the customer. So here again, the pricing come from the pricing list, and I am selecting my warehouse also. So vendor, have a complete idea where to ship that material. Now, mentioning the quantity here, tax code and rest of the things are picking from the my system configuration. Now, based on that, I have created the GRPO, good receipt against a purchase order. So here, user can also deviate from the actual quantity. For example, I have booked the purchase order of 10 quantity and receiving 5 quantity or 6 quantity. So user can enter that. We can also set the tolerance so that system will behave accordingly and user cannot exceed or reduce the quantity based on the purchase order. So when I'm doing this GRPO entry, system will do two things here. First thing, it will update my inventory in my warehouses as I have received the material. Second, it will also do the financial transaction. So you can see here financial transaction is happening automatically based on the configuration. Based on this GRPO, I will book my purchase invoice. So as you can also see, the transactions and the screen design is same. And to do all these transactions, I will, I'm using this copy to feature through which I can simply copy data from one screen to another screen. So again, I'm booking the purchase invoice through. After doing this, it will also put my data into GSTR2, and of course, the accounting information is already captured. So again, a quick thing on this screen is that payment term is picking from the business partner master data. Payment method is bank transfer and so on. And based on this purchase invoice, I have released the payment to the vendor. So you can see that This is coming in yellow color because I have released the complete payment. In case I have not released the payment, it will come into the red color, which you can see on the above screen as I have not received the payment from the customer. I will also explain that. And when I am releasing payment to the vendor, there are multiple options. You can also run the payment wizard through which you can release the bulk payment to the multiple vendors. Right now, in this case, I am releasing payment against one invoice and I am using payment method as a bank transfer. So multiple payment means are available like check, credit card, and cash. Also, a bank integration is also possible. So for example, you would like to do a bank integration. So that is again feasible and we can do the API integration with the bank. Now, as I have received the quantity in my warehouse, so I can release the or I can create the delivery note against this sales order. So to do that, I am again using that copy to feature and I have already created the delivery note here. So you can see here, delivery note is created. Based on this delivery note, if things seems very fine, I can create the commercial invoice or sales invoice. Now, once I book the sales invoice, it will also capture data into my GSTR1. So system is taking the or creating the GSTR1 automatically. And again, as system is integrated with the finance module, so you can see here that financial entries booked automatically here. Now, based on this invoice, if I am receiving the payment, so how I can do that entry? So I will show you that. To do that, I will move to the banking module. So as I'm receiving payment from the customer, so I'm copying my customer here as I know that against this customer I am receiving the payment. In case you are not very handy with the system, so you can press tab and search the list of the customer here. Here I can select my invoice, select this payment means what how I'm receiving payment from the customer. So I select my bank transfer option here, select my bank account, transfer date, and that's it. So you can see that I have done the entry of the receiving payment from the customer. Now, if I will again check my sales order, there might be some update in the relationship map also. So yeah, you can see that I have completed the sales cycle and I have received the payment. Now, after doing all this transaction, there are some reports. For example, there are multiple reports in SAP B1, but I will show you one report related to sales module. So I will open this sales analysis here. And then you can see here, there are a lot of, section is available like customer. I can see this report customer wise. I can see this report item wise. I can also see the multiple selection like item against a certain customer. And I can also see sale employee wise. So I'll run this report for you. So all the item and all the invoices is coming here. I will sort this like this. And you can see here, this customer, I have 4 invoices. Total amount is this, and this is my gross profit. If I double click here, it will open the list of all those 4 invoices, and I can simply jump to that invoices. So navigation in between the screen is very easy. Now, as system is having a financial module also, and which is the heart of the system. So financial module is also available here. You can maintain the books here. So as I have opened the chart of account, you can see here that asset, liability, equity, revenue, and the expenditure I have defined here. And based on these books, I can pull the report to show you one report here. I will open the balance sheet. So you can see here the balance sheet is also coming here. I can change the level as per my chart of account design. So on level 1, this is the balances and so on. So this is my financial module. And in last, I would like to show you the web client feature also, as I am showing you SAP 10. So I will open that also. This is my login. Okay, I need to relog in here.